if you went out and bought a new block plane and you bought a good one, chances are you spent some money on it. So before you put it to use, make sure you do a quick inspection, because the good manufacturers, the Lie-Nielsen's, the Lee Valleys, if there's a problem with it out of the box, they will take care of it right away. So let's go through the steps that we needed to do before we start using a plane, before we go to the trouble of setting it up, to make sure there aren't any issues out of the box. The easiest first inspection is to just take a straight edge and hold it up to the body, check it, make sure that it's flat. You're gonna see a tiny little bit of light coming under the blade. That's just, you know, the milling marks. It's not anything to worry about. What you're looking for is places where there are big bright spots when you look through the light. And you need to do that check while the blade is in the body and it's tight. Next thing you want to do is check the sides against the sole to make sure they're square. This is not as big of an issue with a block plane as it would be for a larger plane, but sometimes you shoot boards with a block plane and you need to make sure that the sides are square with the body. Next thing we're going to do is pull the blade out and make sure that all the screws are working properly. Check the instructions on your plane. Some of the manufacturers, they over tighten this screw by a quarter turn or half a turn, and they recommend you loosen it up. That'll be in your paperwork. So I'm loosening the mouth adjuster knob here, and I'm just making sure that this is going to slide smoothly. I'm checking to see that this screw is working well. Everything looks good. So now that we've verified that everything seems to be working right, we have one last check we need to do, and that is to make sure that the bed of the plane is milled properly. But to do that, we need to do an initial sharpening of the blade. Okay, we've got all of our sharpening gear out, and before we put this first edge on this blade, we just want to do a quick check to make sure that it's square, and it should be. The reason we do that is we're going to use the fact that the blade is square to test that bed. The other thing you'll notice when I'm sharpening is I'll move the tools off of the bench where I'm sharpening. I don't want any overspray to end up on those tools by mistake. So I leave them over there where they're not likely to get wet. All right, the blade comes stock from Lee Valley and from Lie-Nielsen at 25-degree grind. I went ahead and I had to regrind this blade to use for this demonstration. So it's at 25 degrees right now, and it's actually been ground on this 1,000 grit stone. So this is a little bit finer grind than you would probably see coming straight out of the factory, but I'm not sure. It's been a while since I unwrapped a brand new plane iron. We're going to drop it in here, and since it's ground at 25 degrees, usually your secondary bevel is at least 5 degrees steeper than your primary, and the 25 degree is what we're calling the primary bevel. So I'm going to set this honing guide up for 30 degrees, which is 5 more than 25. This is a setup jig that I made for myself. It's based on the Lie-Nielsen dimensions, and a little bit later on, after we've gotten through the saw and one other set of tools, I'll show you how to make this. But in the meantime, you can just use a board with some lines drawn on it like we did for the Eclipse guide. All right, we've got this set up. We're just going to do a straight hone. We don't want to add any camber right now. We're just trying to get this edge sharpened enough to take a cut and try to keep it straight. So I'm just going to press down. First pass is always a pull. $10 is going to be enough. And I'm feeling for the burr, and I can definitely feel a burr all the way across. So going from 25 to 30 with 10 strokes on that stone, 10 out and back, you can see just how fast that's cutting. A little difference in the bevel there on the end. So I'm going to wipe the wheel and the bottom edge of the blade so I don't carry that coarse grit over onto this stone any more than I have to. And we're going to do 10 passes here, even pressure. Getting a little bit better polish. Wipe the wheel, wipe the back of the bevel. Don't wipe this face. You don't want to mess with that burr. You don't want to break it off. And okay, we've got a pretty well sharpened blade here. This is not a final cutting edge. This is not the process we're going to use to get this blade ready for use. So I'm just going to rub the back of the blade on the stone to get whatever's left of the burr. A light pressure here until I get it moving, and then I'm going to press down a little bit harder. I'm using a paper towel to dry this thing off. Drying all the surfaces, especially down in here in this hole, and double check the back and in this little groove here. Very next step before you put the blade down is oil it. And again, you want to get the oil down in the grooves on the whole thing. Now, this blade right now has enough oil on it from this rag that if I was using the iron or the plane pretty regularly, I really wouldn't have to add any oil to the inside of the plane because this thing is going to carry a ton of oil over to that body. So I'm going to set this over here. We'll move the sharpening gear out of the way, and then we'll get the iron back in the body of the plane, and we'll do our test. All right, we're back. I'm going to open up, make sure this mouth is open all the way up. And I'm going to push down with this finger and lift up with this finger. And I'm going to put the tip of the blade down into the bench top and tilt it back into place and adjust it until it drops into the groove back here. All right. So you don't want to over tighten this wheel here. You should be able to move this wheel back and forth without a ton of force when you're making adjustments. So the next thing I need to do is sight down the sole of this plane and make sure that the blade is just sticking out through the mouth, and I'm looking to see that it's sort of an even dark line all the way across. And then I'm going to close the mouth up. And what I am looking for here is to try to get these two edges, the front edge of the blade and the back edge of the mouth, parallel. And if the block plane is not set too tight, you can do that with a finger. You can just use your fingers to move the back of the blade up or down to change this opening. And right now it looks pretty good, pretty close to parallel. Another way you can check is to hold it up to the light and look through the top of the mouth and see that bar of light is the same thickness left and right. We're not looking for perfection here, we're just looking to see if it's close. And the next step is to take a shaving. Okay, I know that the blade is sticking out past the sole of this plane, but I don't know just how far. And chances are, if you can feel that, it's probably going to be a pretty deep cut. So I'm going to back this off, and then I'm going to spin the wheel forward to get rid of the backlash. And I'm going to try to do it without taking a cut the first time through. Okay, we succeeded. Now I'm just going to do about 1/8 of a rotation forward. Tight. Okay, so we're starting to get a little bit of shavings coming through. Now this has, you can see the marks from the saw blade that was used to cut this strip. By the time I get down to a solid cut all the way across, this is probably going to be a nice clean shaving. So I'm just going to leave it set the way it is and see how it cuts. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make it a little bit deeper. Okay, so there's our test shaving. It's a nice, clean cylinder. And that means that since the front edge of the blade is parallel with the back edge of the mouth, and it's laying on the bed is not skewed. If we had got a shaving that was a lot less even, and it was rippling really heavily on one edge and not rippling on the other, that would let us know that the plane is taking a deeper cut on one side than it is on the other. And that would also tell us that the bed may be out of plane. And again, you have to make sure that visually inspect to make sure that the plane and the mouth are parallel. Another way to do that is to just close the mouth up as close to the blade as you dare. and make sure that that sliver of light is even. So I'm happy with the bed on this plane. It passes inspection. Now I'm ready to go on to the setup phase.